Total Access NGA Show 2013 is brought to you by Well Picked Berries.
Welcome to Supermarket News Total Access. The independent retail community is gathering in Las Vegas for the 2013 NGA show, and we're taking an insider's look through interviews with conference speakers and other industry leaders. I'm David Orgel, Editor-in-Chief of Supermarket News, and with us is Brandon Scholz, President and CEO of the Wisconsin Grocers Association. Thanks for joining us today, Brandon.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's great for us to be able to get an update from one of the industry's state grocers associations, which play very important roles. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening in the Wisconsin grocery industry right now and some of the challenges that retailers are facing?
You know, Wisconsin, our retailers, our independents and our chain members and our warehouses and our allied members have all been very aggressive in the last couple of years in terms of maintaining their posture in the grocery business. What we've really seen and what's really encouraging is many of our members are reinvesting in their business. They're doing remodels. We've got new stores online. We've got new players coming into the Wisconsin market. And in a kind of a slow economic period, we see this as a great thing. It's like Steve Jobs said in early 2000, in a bad economy, we're going to spend a lot of money right now to invest in new products, so when the economy changes, we're ready to go. And I think that's what we're seeing here in Wisconsin. Our retailers have worked hard through a slow economy to maintain their customers and keep their businesses going, and they're ready for things to turn.
Well, this is very encouraging to hear about, in particular how proactive the industry is doing in making those investments. Turning to government in particular, what are the most important state government issues right now that are keeping you and your colleagues up at night?
Well, hopefully we don't lose a lot of sleep now. We will later on. Issues that we're working on are unemployment insurance and the cost to our members that they have to bear to repay some of the interest on the loans for the benefits that were extended. We're waiting for the governor's budget, which will come in about 2 weeks, that will give us a sense of tax reform issues and whether or not we can move some personal property tax exemptions through the budget. We're working on an e-fairness bill, which we feel will go through. We're also working with a legislature who has a mindset of finding old regulations and laws on the books and rooting them out, taking them off the books to help small businesses like grocers across the state do their business a little easier and spend less time trying to deal with government regulation.
Well, it certainly sounds like there's a lot going on in the state right now, I give you credit for all of the proactive activity that your association is doing. Let me ask you something in particular related to NGA. NGA has initiatives to improve the value for members, and one of those is to expand the association's role in government relations. So we're back to the government issue for a moment. As a board member for the past 2 years, how do you think NGA is doing in making progress with this, and also related to collaborating with state associations? Maybe you can give us a few examples or share your personal observations.
Sure. You know, as someone who's vested in the government affairs business, I can tell you that the strides the NGA has made under Peter Larkin's leadership have just been terrific. I mean, they've been almost amazing. They've gone, really headstrong into this to make sure that their members, as well as state associations, have all the tools that they need. Our members in Wisconsin join us so that we take care of their backs in the state capitol. But we couldn't take care of their backs in Washington if it wasn't for the NGA. The NGA is on the ground. They're in Capitol Hill. They've got the contacts. And Greg Ferrara and his team has done a terrific job in terms of elevating the NGA into the grocery issues that are in front of Congress. I'll give you an example of what they do to give you one little bit of extra service. We have a government affairs conference call for our members here in Wisconsin, and we routinely invite Greg or members of his staff to call in and brief us on what's going on in Capitol Hill, and we can then have our members help in those efforts. They provide us real-time information, critical alerts, what's going on in the Capitol, what they need us to do, and what they can do for us. And we, in turn, take that information and turn it around to our members. So it's a terrific partnership. I think the NGA has worked really hard to build that bond with state associations. And as a board member and as a state association exec, I've got to check that off as a big success.
Well, it sounds like the lines of communications are really open, and this was a really good window into what's happening at the state level, so I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us today.
You bet, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
And to our audience, be sure to visit supermarketnews.com for more on the 2013 NGA show and to see more interviews just like this one. Thanks for watching.
Total Access NGA Show 2013 is brought to you by Well Picked Berries.